You're welcome. Hi, I'm Lauren Peterson, an artist in Atlanta. I teach printmaking and foundations at Georgia State. Originally a printmaker, but I make sculpture and installation from found materials.
I'm Laura Vela. I'm an artist in Atlanta as well. I'm mostly a painter, but I've been making collages and doing photography as well. I applied to CSA because I thought it was a good opportunity because I'm still an emerging artist, and it just looked great. And I'm kind of fresh out of school, so I also like having like a deadline and like things to work for.
I applied to CSA because I really like the model of it. I think it gives artists opportunities to kind of explore these projects that they might not necessarily have the time or funding to do. So for me, I had this project that I was thinking about, and getting the CSA makes it worthwhile doing in a sense. And it takes that pressure off of, especially working with found materials and trash, takes that commercial pressure off of having to make something to sell it. So I thought that was a really great way for WonderRoot to fund people to explore a project that's not necessarily commercially based. So my project that I proposed was that I would take a 1-hour walk every day for 30 days, and then I would collect things that I find along my walk, not necessarily all the materials, and then I would make one sculpture per walk, and that would include this kind of like digital archive and some information that would be included with the sculpture as far as connecting these found objects with the place that they were found, or with the timeline that they were found, and then kind of reordering that timeline and those spaces through combining all the materials together into a single sculpture.
Wow. Mine is, so I've been making zines out of like collages for my own artwork, like taking newer things that I'm working on and kind of like putting them with like older things that I worked on. And so I'm going to make 3 different zines. They're 10 pages each. And they're exploring like different themes in relation to like my cultural background, as well as like older pieces I've made, to see like progression of growth. So I'm exploring themes like death, superstition, and relationships. And the goal is for each page to be its own piece, so it's going to be blown up bigger. So the show will be like the zines, but like bigger, like larger than life. So that's what I'm doing.
What happens for you when they become big?
It's just really cool to see like the pages as their own like pieces of work. I want it to be like work as like a series, but like in book form, so you can kind of like flip through and stuff.
Being at Georgia State and working with Pam Longobardi, and I always had this kind of interest in the environment and interest in what was left behind. So I was making stuff in the studio, and what became more interesting were the erasure piles on the floor instead of the actual drawings. So I'm like, okay, how can I talk about the remnant or the leftover? What am I going to make to create that? So I began kind of saving my own trash, and for the past exhibition that I had, I just never threw anything away. So just kind of collecting these materials, and I'm interested in how that switch happens, how something is valuable one moment and then how it becomes trash, and then the processes that happen after it's trash when it's found on the side of the road, and how it's kind of homogenizing. I mean, anything can become trash. So that, for me, identifying those specific points of transition is kind of interesting. You use a lot of like symbols, and you're cropping the figure a lot of times. Like, what kind of function do the symbols have for you?
Well,
do you have a catalog that you go from, or?
don't know. I kind of just like had an image and just went with it. And that's what I like about the photography and the collage making. I can like, you know, I have this whole picture, but I can just do whatever, cut out whatever parts I want from it, and to like further actualize what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
I still have like a lot of work to do. These are good questions.